and also Twitter. Some of you might use Twitter. And there's also this connection where every account of yours is linked these days. So anything you post on Twitter comes on Facebook. Anything you post on Facebook goes to Twitter. There's also a way where you get your LinkedIn connected, where everything you do gets updated there. So that's the best thing about the world is right now, because you can get connected with anybody you want over internet. And also you get to, earlier it was like when we guys started using the internet, it used to be restricted. For example, if you have a Gmail account, it used to be the one single Gmail account that you have, and you used to have like a very little storage space for your emails. But right now, everything is improved. That's the best thing about the world right now.
Okay, and so we went over which websites kind of we use the most. How much time would you say that you spend online every day between your computer, your phone? 1 hour, less than an hour, more than 3? How much would you say?
About 23.9 hours.
So anytime you're not sleeping. Yeah. And so how do you know that the people you're speaking to online are people you actually know?
Get them on Skype.
Do you? Okay. And so, do you actually know everyone you speak to online, or do you meet new people online as well?
I think you meet a lot of new people online naturally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so I guess we talked about how some of you use social networking. What else do you use the web for? Sorry?
Homework.
Homework. Okay. I guess some other common ones would be
Facebook,
mm-hmm.
Some other e-commerce websites like Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess we had, shopping, news, academics, social networking. Now there's a lot of game consoles which are online, which people can use as well. And so, do any of you do online gaming? Do you have an Xbox that's connected, or what games do you play?
No, I don't have an Xbox.
Oh, okay. Are there other online games you play though?
Yeah. I can't remember the website. The only thing I do remember is it's Game Freaks.
Oh, okay. And so do you play on your own, or is it in
yeah, I just play on my own, but sometimes I play with, against another person online.
Okay. And so, sorry, back?
I'm level 99 on Hello Kitty Online, does that count?
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Well done. I'm rubbish when it comes to online games. Unfortunately.
Hello Kitty Triple.
Okay. And so I guess you mentioned that you play online against other players. Is it people that you know, or is it people you don't know as well?
Sometimes people I know, and sometimes people that I just met online,
yeah.
Or otherwise just people who wants to beat me. I think I'll just take on the challenge.
Sorry.
It's usually the good players that you know and the bad players that you don't.
Yeah. And so I guess with the specific games you're playing, is there a way to either speak or chat with the other players?
But prefer they don't use it. It's mostly squeaky voices.
Mm-hmm. And so what kind of things do you talk about with the other players, either that you know or you don't know?
How bad you get playing.
Trash talk. Just stuff in general.
Just kind of general topics. And so a lot of you mentioned Facebook. How many Facebook friends do you have?
I have the lowest.
How many?
I only have 80 something.
80 something.
I have the lowest. I'm sad.
Everyone else? More than 80? Sorry?
I've got 81.
81.
Yeah, I think
Must be how it's done. How many?
100.
150. And so, do you know everyone you're friends with on Facebook? Like face to face?
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I can be celebrities.
I know there's people that have thousands.
Okay. And so, in terms of your profiles, it sounds like most of the people you're friends with on Facebook you actually know in person. But what kind of do any of you post photos online? What kind of photos do you usually post?
Just random.
Random. Nights out, holidays, kind of anything. Okay. And so how many of you have a webcam on your computer? A lot of you. They come built in now, I think, a lot of the time. And so do you actually use your webcam?
Yeah.
Most of the time? Okay. I guess, one thing to keep in mind is that webcams especially can be quite dangerous because the conversations can be recorded quite easily, and they can be faked quite easily as well. Someone could be broadcasting someone else's camera, they could be broadcasting a recorded session instead of a live session. And the problem with that can be videos you post online, webcam sessions, once they've gone off into cyberspace, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to delete them, because files can be transferred almost instantly to nearly unlimited number of recipients, and so once something goes online, it's pretty much there forever. Okay.
Yeah, do they record only the voice or even the video?
Sorry.
While I'm using the webcam,
Mm-hmm.
you said that some other hospitals can use to record your voice or
Mm-hmm.
to make some other. Yeah. So did they record? Can they record the voice only or even the video?
They could do both. So they could do the voice and the video, because there's a lot of applications now which can capture video and voice from a lot of the most common applications, Skype, MSN, but yeah.
I'm just wondering, what do you mean by the conversation can be
recorded.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm thinking
like it can be faked.
yeah, I'm just thinking, okay, why is it a bad thing?
I mean, basically just to lull you into a false sense of security, into speaking to someone other than who it might actually be. So maybe you think you're speaking to someone who's your own age, maybe they're, much older, or maybe they have something different in mind than what they're actually getting onto, which is, I guess, more of a risk with someone you might not necessarily know. And so, I guess in terms of file sharing, I don't know if many of you use file sharing, but if those of you do, which sites do you know of which are kind of most common?
Mega Upload.
Mega Upload.
RIP.
It's gone now.
RIP, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. ISO Hunt.
For sure.
Pirate Bay.
Okay. And so, do you understand on these sites kind of what would be legal to download and what wouldn't be? Fairly good idea?
No.
Maybe? Borderline? Gray area? Okay, well, I guess the most commonly downloaded files from file sharing websites in terms of music and movies and television shows, unfortunately most of those are illegal to download if they're not properly licensed. And so in the United Kingdom, we have a piece of legislation called the Digital Economy Act, which increasingly has been enforced by internet service providers, where people that they catch sort of on a consistent basis downloading large amounts of pirated material can have their internet connection cut off, and in some cases they can be prosecuted, although that's been a lot more common in the US than here. Yeah?
What if the source domain isn't in the UK? If it's in another country, does it still count?
That's where it gets a bit more tricky, because there's been arguments about how jurisdiction applies to the internet. So does the law apply the law of the country where I'm downloading it from, where the server is actually located? Or does the law of the country where I am technically apply? To an extent, it's both. So the person who is distributing the material over the internet can be prosecuted in their home country for it, but you also can still be prosecuted in the United Kingdom for downloading material from abroad if it isn't properly licensed. And even if you are abroad, download it into your laptop, maybe the country where you're downloading doesn't have as strong of laws, it's still legal when you bring it back to the United Kingdom because you have copyrighted content that's not properly licensed. And in terms of these sites like ISO Hunt or the Pirate Bay, how do you generally know that what you're downloading is what you think you're downloading?
Always check the comments. Read the comments.
The comments.
Also, if you're talking about viruses and whatnot, make sure to scan it or have your virus software, antivirus software.
Scan it once it's downloaded. And how about like file type?
Avoid executables whenever possible.
Even DLL files as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have a short video. Will that be shown? Are we sure this?
No, I think Carlton says it doesn't work.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay. Just have to.
That is poor.
What's going on? What are we doing here? I'm done. Wait, look, can we just think about this? Everyone knows. They think I'm dirt. Even my mates won't talk to me. I just want to disappear. We can't run from it. We can try. It's a mess, yeah? It's not fair. What have I done wrong? anything. I wanted to do it.
We've got information.
It was fun, right? Yeah, fun and stupid. All I did was take a picture and send it to my boyfriend as well. 5 pictures. It was just between us. I wasn't starting something public. Still, my fight, as soon as you hit that button, it's out of our control. You can't undo and you can't go back.
Yeah, I looked you up so many times.
Yeah, what did you just get on the face?
So like you can upload some more pics, like a video or something?
I'm not rude.
No, seriously, like, are you like the glamour model?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we've been checking them shots out. Everybody has.
What shots?
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
What have you done?
What, you think I did this?
Who else then are we going to do?
I know, just chill out, yeah?
Chill out! There are on my side over 200 inside. Start talking. What happened?
I sent him to Jay.
Why?
I just wanted to go off the thinking, D. D.
Oh, him!
What's that?
Babe, come on. Don't touch me!
Hey, I did upload them. It's not my fault. What have I done? What?
Someone uploaded the photos to a group called Dirty D. Now they're out there. Online. For anyone to see. Thousands of people have seen me. Every day I get texts asking me to do stuff. People won't leave me alone. People harassing me. Telling me I'm dirt. Everyone knows. Everyone. We'll go back there. It's not gonna stop. Everyone knows, you said it yourself, I can't undo, I can't go back. But we don't have to leave. We've got to think about the future. Future? What future? Work? University? What about when someone who wants to give me a job searches my name? What then? Well, we'll just have to face that if it happens. We can't stay here all day. Let's go home. If I would have found out by now, she'll tell Dad. He'll find out anyway. He'll flip. It was just a stupid mistake, right? You think I don't know that? Si shouldn't have gone and sent them to Jay. Stop blaming everyone else. You said it first. We have to face up to it. That's how you want to do it. Run away from the shortest band career ever. Don't let's make another mistake. We've got to fight back. We can start putting this right now. We can take the page down and then there's someone at school that we can talk to. Just because you made one bad choice doesn't mean that you have to make the wrong one next time. Like, right now, you can sit here talking to yourself all day like some freak, or you can go home, crash out, watch a movie, shut up. Because I don't know about you, but it's been a long night and it stinks in here. I'm serious. So am I. It smells like something died in it. You've got to always think before you send or share. Think about how it will affect others and yourself. Remember, pictures you take and send may become public and permanent, and the police may get involved. There's always somewhere you can go for help and advice. And if things go a step too far,